Hello, YouTube. We are back for the dungeon. Time to do the duty support and see if I can do a dungeon as a tank. I've actually done these dungeons as a tank before, but as a later tank. So we'll see how this works. And as you see, they just give you random uh, teammates. So we have the Conjurer as our healer, and the what is it, Thaumaturge, and the Lancer as our DPSs. Magic DPS, range DPS, and then physical DPS. I'll let these cutscenes play. It varied specifically on our first time through any dungeon. I think I got to level 30 on my videos of the old. Then we got limit break. I don't know what the limit break is for a tank, to be perfectly honest. So one of the things I will say to do when you're in a dungeon for the first time is you see how it's like fog of war. If you highlight all of it, so like go into all the areas, you'll get an in-game achievement of mapping the dungeon. So you should in general look in like every corner. And in a lot of these dungeons, there's these things too. You find a bloodstained scrap parchment with a message scrawled upon it in faded ink. Captain likes his seas blue. Sometimes they're relevant and sometimes they're just like a little more lore about the dungeon. I don't read them all. I definitely haven't read them all that in places that require me to do the dungeon with other players, because I feel weird about like doing them while other players are like in the dungeon too. Like, oh well, I'm making them wait, you know? Both for attacking me, so that's good. Yeah, as you see, you walk into certain areas, like right here, you see, once we get right here, the map is going to update again. Yeah, see, so now we have all of this area to walk. Oh shit, I'm hitting the wrong. I'm hitting the right button, but on the wrong, whoops. Open up. See, letting people get hit is not a good thing as a tank, so I have to get, like, better at that. If I want to do dungeons with other people as a tank, I don't feel like I'm good enough as a tank. That's why I generally just play DPS. But at the very least, I think in these dungeons I'll be fine to tank for the bots and stuff. A Realm Reborn is not that hard. Bar a few set fight. I can target the lamb, is what I was trying to do that entire time. Why do you go over there and have to aggro that anymore? Aggro on an enemy that wasn't even by us. Oh shit. Fucking hell, that hurt. Let's get rid of these, because I was gonna say, I know there's a trick there. I think I let one of the guys there. Where'd you come from? Open up. Red coral, blue coral, green coral. Press the blue switch. done, bitch. Keep your charged whisker to yourself. Maybe. What was this one though? What is reprisal? Reduces damage dealt by nearby enemies by 10%. Oh, okay. So it's like a AoE, I guess? Turn this way, buddy. Nothing there. Spin around, guys. Yeah, it does lower everybody's. It's around me. Perfect. Captain Madden. Where are my men? Where are me maiden? Try and catch me, two-legged lubber. Two-legged lubber, squat. Okay, yeah, this is where I thought we were gonna go. This is a pretty big area with a lot of optional rooms, so if you want to get the mapping, you have to hit all of these rooms. So you pretty much have to fight everything. And I also forget if it's a random which enemies have what, like, keys, or if it's a set. But some of these rooms, if you pay attention, will have like treasure chests in them too for the dungeon items if you want them. So, it's never bad to like chill out and check the rooms. Must save us. What I'm doing. Beating the shit out of all the enemies, so I don't have to worry about any of that kind of shit. Captain's quarter, key. The captain's quarters over here, but we still need to get the wave rider, the navigator, the hole, and I believe the hole. Isn't the hole just a lever? Pretty sure the hole is just a lever. Or maybe, oh, the key to the hole is right here. So yeah, if you want to get everything, you gotta check all these different rooms. The hole. What did you say about forgive me, my lord? I shan't bite anymore. Just let me out. You are biting? Excuse me, lady. I'm ever so sore. Okay. Whoops. Put myself on auto run there. We get? Yeah, we can. You can just enter this one too. Shut off, I drink what I want. I'll cut you a new gut. To the abyss. They have a hero somewhere, huh? Commit. I don't know which one's the hero. I mean, definitely get me out now. I like how they were just having a drunken ball. I think you can let some of them like kill each other. Or wound each other before you attack, and then they won't fight you. But we ain't got time for that. As you see, we're unlocking more and more pieces here. Get the navigators area. The captain's quarters, which you have the key for, and then we need the other. Let's go over here and see if we can get into that room. We can indeed, so let's use this one and then we'll fight the other one. I got this. I can take the pain. Okay, so the captain's quarter must have the Wave Rider's key, which I was pretty sure was going to be the case. Thanks for the cure. Open this door. Knock knock, motherfucker. Hey, don't hit him. Can't be hurt. You have the key we need. I feel like you used to get the one key. I'm not one of them. I swear it on what little remains of my virtue. I swear on what little remains of my virtue. I love it. Unlock the Wave Rider gate. That's where we go. Yes. Hey, Captain Madison. Miss me? Captain is strong. Squat. Does he really look strong? He kind of ran like a bitch in the last fight. I got their attention. Keep healing me. Like, he just released dogs on us because he couldn't do it by himself. Don't think he... He's running away again like a little bitch. Anything over here? I don't remember. Nope. Get back here, you little bitch. We've mapped the entire place. Trying to fight too. they got aggro too. Bop. Yeah, my healer's doing good enough, but I don't need to worry about that. That's what I was kind of expecting in that one fight. That healer with the Ascian fight was not good enough to do that. I know enough about a healer that I'm supposed to spin the enemies away from the group anytime that I get like their full aggro. That's why you see me like walking behind them, so they turn around and are swinging at me and not like if they do an AoE in front, they'll swing at me and not them. Not a lot of enemies left. I don't really need to fight them all though. Hi guys. I'll leave that first over there, because I don't care. Shit. Slowly are spawning grounds? I think that's what it said. I know you can do this. If you can interact with this, you can get rid of, like, enemies spawning. See that one over there is doing it too? And then enemies will spawn from the water. There's an enemy over there now. Owie. But yeah, if you mess with the ripples, they won't spawn there. All the enemies on me. With the boss on me primarily. Yeah, as you see, at least in this one, on like normal, you don't really need to worry about those enemies spawning. But that's like the mechanic for this one. And then after you beat a dungeon, you have a treasure. If you're in a dungeon with people, the gear will show up in like a loot chamber thing, and you'll have to be like, I want this. You either need to vote, like, do, need, greed, or, pass. Pass means you're not gonna roll for it. Need is, it's for your class, and you want it, pretty much. And then there's, greed, that it's not for your class, but you want it. And how the system does is it goes, need first, with the highest rolls, and then if there is no needs, then I'll do greed. And it doesn't put pass in the pool at all. Get out there. I swear, half of this game is just like making your characters have outfits. And I was right, the dungeon took about 30 minutes. Aye, such a task was in the books. Was, mind. I'm afraid that ship has already sailed, friend. Dolores Bear. Ah, might you be the adventurer who accepted the job of investigating the dungeon? It would seem that ship has not only sailed, but now returns to harbor. None worse for its voyage. A pity, we dragged our boots too long on this one. No matter, the wheel will turn and our chance will come. You're right, of course. But there shall be no rest till we have attained our goal, lofty though it may be. Not a wink of sleep, great leader. Our aim, lest you wonder, is to perform such feats of heroism as will earn us a place in the songs of every alehouse in Eorzea. We mean to write a legend which will inspire adventurers as yet unborn to follow our shining example. If you have such a goal, large or small, it matters not. Only have a star to reach for, and you will reach higher. Purpose can sustain you through times of hardship. Keep your eye on the prize, and all obstacles will be overcome in time. You would not think to stride into battle unclad, would you? Well, goals are as arms and armor for the spirit. I wish you fortune in your endeavors, my lady. Back then, are ye? With all your limbs and a tale to tell, I'll wager. Fishbacks. And there I was thinking you'd only have to crack a pirate skull or 3. 7 hells. You turned your back for 5 bloody minutes and the scaly bastards have set up shop on your bleeding doorstep. Still, sounds like you left them in pieces. So I don't suppose they'll be carrying out whatever mischief they was planning. Unless they was planning on feeding themselves to the fauna of Sastasha. Oh, of course. Any road, all's well that ends well. Thanks for shedding some light on this mystery. I knew you'd get the job done, lass. You always do. Now, I'll bet you're dying for a rest, but just in case you're not, I was wondering if you might be interested in taking another job. It just so happens I've had a request from our sister guild in Gridania, see? Seems the forest folk are in need of a adventurer who can get things done. For them to ask for help like this, you can bet the task won't be no skip through a sunny glade. But after the way ye dealt with our fishback infestation, I doubt it's anything you can't handle. Give us a shout when you're ready, and I'll lay it out for you. Party Finder unlocked. I've actually never used the Party Finder because I'm too antisocial. Ready to hear about that job then? Like I said, the request comes from our sister guild in Gradonia. And that's all I know. But whatever it is you get asked to do, I somehow doubt it pose any trouble for an adventurer who has survived the bedlam and Tasha. If you think you might be interested, you'll want to have words with Mother, me counterpart in Gradonia. Good luck, lass. I don't know how to say her name. To Gradonia. Wait, I turned the wrong way. Take a seat wherever you like, friend. Our waitress will come to take your... Oh, not here to dine. I hope that you're the adventurer Badron sent a word about. You are? The matron be praised. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is... Mione? And the Carline Canopy is my place. With regard to the task in question, there's a fair bit to tell. Let me know when you're ready to hear the details, and I shall brief you. Fire in the Bloom. Ready for that briefing? Good. Now then, here's the long and short of it. Beg pardons for interrupting, but our need grows ever more pressing. Have none step forward? And good day to you, Bowlord. Your need must be pressing indeed for you to honor us with a visit. The good news is, your journey hasn't been wasted. I'm pleased to report that we have a volunteer at last, and one who comes highly recommended at that. My thanks for answering the call, friend. My name is... Lewin? And I lead the men and women of God's Quiver. Now, time is of essence, so I shall proceed directly to the heart of the matter. We wish for you to nip a potential threat to Gradonia in the bud. Beneath the central shroud, there lies an underground burial site called Tamterra Deepcroft. The place was once a Gelmoran settlement. We Gradonians have long interred our dead there. Of late, however, the shadowy figures have been seen sulking about Deepcroft, and with ever-increasing regularity. Based on the accounts of various witnesses, we suspect that these individuals belong to the Lambs of Delamad, a doomsday cult which sprung up prior to the calamity. These zealots have proven themselves dangerous in the past, and we leave them to their own devices at our own peril. Ordinarily, I would have dispatched my men to scour the Deepcroft with orders to flush the cultists out. Alas, the calamity decimated our rank, and the limited forces that are at my disposal are constantly required to keep the Ixil at bay. The birdmen have grown restless of late, and I fear a storm may be brewing. In anticipation of this, I have been compelled to spread our forces throughout the Twellswood, lest we be taken unawares. The situation so being, we must turn to others to deal with the Lambs of Delamad. Can we rely on you to undertake this task, friend? Yep. You have my gratitude. Once you've seen to your preparations, pray make way to Deepcroft and identify yourself to the guard posted at the entrance. He will apprise you of the latest developments. That is all. Be careful out there, you hear? May the crystal guide you and keep you. Where are we going? We're going to Central Shroud. Central Shroud? Yeah, Central Shroud's the one over here. Oh, you can fish from there. That's raining, so I pulled up the thing automatically. So, what's over here? Where the heart is. Temtara is way over here, right? Yeah, so we'll have to pass the crystal. Is this the only one in this area? I forget. Yes. It is the only one in this area. See, these are level 10, so they're aggressive, but because I'm level 24, they want to aggro to me because I'm too high. Generally, enemies won't aggro to you if you're, like I said earlier, 10 levels higher than them. Hey, shimmy up here. I want to get this crystal before I move anywhere else. This is where you get your, chocobo. And I'm gonna leave that quest for now, because I want to progress the main story, but this one is where the heart is. It's the same as the other one. Instead of being the Limsa Lominsa place, the mist or whatever, it's the lavender beds, which is Gridonia's house system. And it's the same quest, like literally. I might actually do that one even off screen, because all it is exactly what you saw. I'll go to one of the residential areas, and the person will tell me about the residential area and tell me, oh no, adventurers are the only ones that can go there. Sorry for your friend. Blah blah blah, and done. Like, that's literally what it is. Also, like, ever since we've done the envoy mission, all of these quests are like the same. So like, if you had started elsewhere, you'd be doing these quests that I'm doing now. There is no difference between them. It's those guys again. Think of our goal, sister. One day, our adventures will be the stuff of song Earth. So we meet again. I cannot say I'm surprised to see you here. You took the prize back in Limsa. This time, we will give you better sport, for I am no true adventurer. Gods, I hate mausoleums. It's not right to disturb the dead in their slumber. Hey, Elion. Eliani? Whatever. I shudder to think what might happen to Isidar had I not thought to pick the fruit I stumbled across on the way here. Sometimes he has too much vigor for his own good. Age is supposed to mellow us, but if anything, it has made him more impetuous. I understand his desire to make use of the time left to him, but one misstep and there won't be any. Childish curiosity prompted me to commit the most elementary of blunders. Were it not for the fruit that she found, my adventures may well have ended in this forbidding place. Always look before you leap. In my haste, this most fundamental rule of adventuring slipped my mind. I do believe I shall rest here for a while. I don't remember who these people are. Do I see you in later missions? I remember you, though. I think this is actually where you fight. I think it's here. You don't go this dungeon, but you fight Golem here somewhere, I believe. The one that triggers the Ascian to show up. The first one. You're Lily Lovecraft, I take it. Thanks for helping us out here, friend. No doubt the Bowlord has already informed you, but your task is to enter the Deep Croft and purge it of the Lambs of Dalamad. In case you're unfamiliar with them, the cult emerged shortly before the Calamity put an end to the Sixth Astral Era. The cultists took the Lesser Moon, Dalamad, for their god, believing that it would deliver them from devastation. And so they were rather disappointed when Dalamad exploded into 1,000 flaming pieces before it could complete its descent. Now, having seen their god turn to ash, one would think that the cultists might feel moved to question their faith. On the contrary, it served only to stoke the flames of their fanaticism. The Lambs of Dalamad are convinced that heretics, that is to say, everyone but them, interfered with the coming of their Lord and Savior, and that it's now their sacred duty to avenge him. Whatever it is they're doing in the Deep Croft, you may be sure that no good will come of it. For the sake of Gridania and Eorzea at large, put an end to their madness. Duty support, so we're good to go there. Dungeon again. Maybe we'll do 3 for 3 and there'll be a third dungeon too. I remember this dungeon though. Well, I don't remember everything about it, but I remember it not being that bad. My tanking ability. Nothing there. Alright. Where the fuck did you come from, sir? thought I had everybody, and they just like, I'm coming! Don't forget me! Rude, there's no chest or anything in this room. Enemies that we fought for no reason. No. Come to me. I kind of like starting as a tank because I've never started as one. And so it kind of gives me like, oh, hey, I get to see how a tank works and places. I feel like I just better at learning a class if I start as it versus just like get it leveled up and then go with it. Careful, another void sun. Don't worry, I got his attention. Health is enough. Y'all need to do more damage to this motherfucker. One orb down. Boom. Scratching an itch, and he of course did a move that I had to dodge. Definitely say story-wise. Final Fantasy, I feel like the story is always good, but it definitely picked up. Like, we're definitely like working to get like the world and everything established. It's kind of slow in the beginning, which isn't a bad thing, but I never really noticed that. like I said, isn't a bad thing, because you don't want a story that just is slapped together randomly. You definitely want it to have substance. And I would say this game definitely does. Oh. I already have one in my inventory, so I can't put another one. That always sucked in my opinion, is when you have one, you can't even take the other one, because it RNG'd to the one you already have. Fucking termites. Next orb. Oh, there's the Strider, like, enemies that I was talking about. So there's gonna be, like, Spider-esque enemies that don't bother me personally, but just a heads up. Anybody that has no direct idea like I do. Still trying to think, but I think there's is there a spider boss in one of these dungeons? I don't remember. Not this one, but yeah, I can see where those would creep people out, because they kind of do me too. I think I got his manager out? Yeah, I did. So he's taking damage over there, so it's all on me. Hey. Hey, asshole. Damn it. Help! No. Overpowered nothing, bitch. Do. Get you. The treasure chest dead end, so. Knuckles, which I'm not gonna make this character have them. Well, I'll eventually do, like I said, most of the classes, but that is not gonna be a priority because that's my main character's main class. Built this rosary. Oh yeah, get the rosary. You're not even in the arena and you're firing shit at them. That barrier is blocked. You have to get the rosary to open it. Not sure if it tells you that, but impenetrable barrier prevents further progress. Which obviously you're gonna go look where else you can look. Over by the rosary. Back to dust. Another one goes, another one goes, another one back to dust. This rosary. And go back here and break the barrier. Use it. Barrier broken. Now you God damn it. I didn't get out of the way, I thought I hit. Okay. Pop. Give me the treasure chest, which apparently is the skirt, and I already have it, so wasted chest. Who summons me from the void to reside within this crude vessel? It's Cthulhu! How fitting! Lovecraft is about to kick your Cthulhu ass. Boom! Look at you, good sir. Let's just pay and jump back there. Are we? Oh, we are 25, so we have the next quest too. For our class. Welcome back, Lily. I'm reliably informed that your foray into the deep croft was a success. Nor did I expect anything less. Adrian's ringing endorsement left me in little doubt as to your capabilities. Even so, you are to be commended. O Lord Lewin asked me to pass on his thanks. I must say, it's something of a relief to be able to call upon such a capable adventurer. Sadly, death has become an ever more common occurrence within our fraternity of late. Times being what they are, the guild is constantly inundated with petitions, and we are hard-pressed to find enough hands to deal with them all. While this means no shortage of work for able souls such as yourself, it also provides ample opportunity for an inexperienced overreach themselves with predictable consequences. As if to illustrate the point. Avery's gone, and it's all your fault. If it hadn't taken you an age to heal him, he would still be alive. But I tried! He bolted out of range before I could finish the spell. He shouldn't have been so hard pressed in the first place. We should have done more to lighten his burden. Ah, to the hells with this pathetic excuse for a party. I'm leaving, and it'd be too soon if I ever see your faces again. Goodbye and good written. I'm leaving as well. I doubt this comes to any surprise, but I never liked you. I only suffered you for your healing, but you couldn't even do that one thing right. Cruel though this may sound, you brought this upon yourself. Oh, and by way of some parting advice, get rid of Avery's head. Bury it, cremate it, do whatever the hells you like with it, but for God's sake, stop carrying it around. It's just get rid of it, alright? Wait, don't leave me alone, please. I'm so sorry, Avery. Please forgive me. Scenes like this have become all too common. That makes a dozen times in half as many days. Now you see why I'm grateful for adventures. For adventures of your experience. I can send women like you on a mission without worrying that you might not return. Well, not so much at any rate. Speaking of missions, I would entrust you with another. About a bell ago, I received a message from my counterpart in New Dahl. She seeks the services of a reliable adventurer, and you are nothing if not reliable. If you think you might be interested in this task, say the word and I will be glad to share the details with you. Call of the Desert. So you're not adverse to taking a little trip. Wonderful. As I mentioned earlier, the request comes to us from the Adventurers Guild in New Dahl. Once you arrive, seek out Momo, the proprietress of the Quicksand. Think of her as the Sultanate's version of myself. Chances are she'll send you into the midst of danger, but I have every confidence that you will pull through unscathed. Now off you go, Lily, and good luck. Well, to Udall it is. Happened to you? I believe that is the golden saucer. I believe that'll unlock the golden saucer, which I don't want to do that yet. So I'm just gonna leave that there. Quests don't expire, so like you can just leave them around, but you can only have a limited amount of quests on your person at any one time. Going too far. Not this door, it's the door over here, right? Yeah. Here you go. Hey, Mama. Welcome to the Quicksand, friend. I'm a tad busy right now. If you wouldn't mind showing yourself to... Judging by your determined expression, I take it you ain't here for ale. Are you called Lily Lovecraft by any chance? Mother sent word that you'd be reporting for duty. Since I don't know how to call her name, I'm just going to call her Mother. That's usually what I do in my head. She also made a point of calling you the adventurer of the moment. There ain't no small praise coming from her. But you didn't come all the way here to listen to my prattle. Doubtless you're eager to get started. So let's talk business, shall we? Into a copper hell. The petitioner ought to be arriving any moment now. Gods almighty! Another second under that sun, and I would have been set afire. A tankard of ale, if you would be so kind. Papa-shan. Excellent time, Papa-shan. Or timing. It just so happens the adventurer who will be handling your petition is here. So this winsome lass is the much-lauded adventurer, is she? Marvelous, marvelous! A pleasure to make your acquaintance, my lady. I am Papa-shan, formerly of the Sultan Sworn. I thank you for agreeing to lend us your aid. Perhaps you'd like to apprise Lily of her mission? Yes, of course. The petition in question was submitted by the acquaintance of the Amajin and Sons mineral concern. It relates to an unfortunate development of the Copper Bell mine. To be plain, giants have seized control of the place. These giants are of the clan known as the Katan... What the fuck? I can't say that. I have no idea how to begin to say that. Fearsome creatures who were sealed within the deepest depths of the mines during the bygone Thorn dynasty. Alas, it seems they have managed to break through the layer of rock which served to imprison them, and now prowl the tunnels where the miners ply their trade. The creatures are justifiably angry about their treatment at the hands of our ancestors, and their presence has forced the suspension of all mining activities on the site. It's no wonder they're angry. Didn't the Thorn dynasty come to an end over 300 years ago? You know your history well, my lady. The people of that age used them to work their mines by way of enchanted helms. They were able to bind the ferocious creatures to their will. But as is oft the way in such tales, these enchantments eventually failed, and the slaves rose up against their masters. In a desperate bid to contain the unbridled fury of them, our ancestors induced the collapse of the mine's lowermost levels, so it was that the great giant revolt was ended, buried beneath 100,000 tons of rock. Well, now that's got me thinking. I seem to recall there being an article about the Copper Bell in the Mithril Eye a fortnight or so ago. It said the mines were being reopened so as to meet the rising demand for building materials. Like as not, our boys dug a bit too deep and freed the giants. Odds to think the poor creatures are still alive and kicking after 3 centuries. That's a long time to nurse a grudge. They must be seething. Indeed, and that makes them a danger to us all. There will be no mining at Copper Bell so long as they remain. For the sake of both peace and prosperity, they must be subdued. This is the task which we would have you undertake. I'll not deny that the mission will be rife with danger, but our need is great, and so I beg you, put an end to this sorry business. Gods bless you. I feared you might have reservations, but I assure you, it is for the best. In case you don't know, Copper Bell mines are in western Thanalan. You take care, you hear? Ah, and one last thing before you depart. An employee of Amajina and Sons is presently at the quicksand. The fellow's name is Painted Mesa, and he knows the mines well. It may behoove you to seek his counsel. We'll go 3 for 3 and we'll get the Copper Bell mines done too. Looking for Painted Mesa, you found him. So you're the adventurer who's volunteered to deal with the mess down in Copper Bell. In Copper Bell, are you? You've got guts, miss. I just hope you got the skills to go with them. Because things ain't pretty down there. They've left the place in a right state, and nary a week after mining resumed. I don't know if you know this, but Copper Bell was old when the second Yule dynasty was still young, and it was abandoned centuries ago. If it hadn't been for the shortage of materials needed for rebuilding the effort, the concern would never have thought to reopen it. We knew full well about the giants beforehand, but the project went ahead anyway. I mean, nothing could possibly survive being buried under a mountain's worth of rocks for 3 centuries, right? Wrong. Our miners dug up more than they bargained for. One swing of a pickaxe too many, and they found themselves in the company of giants. Lest we subdue them, the nation's glorious recovery'll grind to a halt for want of aught to build with. The stone torches keep 'em watch over the entrance in case the giants fancy some sunlight and fresh air. One of them will be able to show you the way in. The hope of the nation's resting on you, friend. Best of luck. Do we have one of the gates that leads there? Was it western? Yes, it was. Storm's Path. What action is this? Storm's Path delivers an attack with potency. Oh, it's the 3rd combo. Perfect. So let's change this now. Let's put that there. And then that there, because that's the 3rd combo. So we'll do it that way. And this is where the heart is. Here. There's horizon, so that's good. Color your world. Horizon is where, not Horizon, this place, Vesper Bay, I believe. That's where we get our glamour stuff. And where the heart is this place's, thing. Let's go to Horizon and get the ether right there, and then we'll go back to the Copper Bell mine. And we gotta cross this. Almost 9 AM. Maybe I'll get in one more recording after this. We'll see. Let's get that ether right before we go over to the room mines. Like I said. Also talk to the Chocobo Heap. Oh. You don't have a thing over your head. Never mind. I like how I remembered exactly where it was, dude. Because the mine is another dungeon, so this video will be 3 for 3. So probably around the 2-hour mark we'll be done with the dungeon, and then we'll turn in the quest and then call the video. Give or take. Here again. Found Dolores Bear and his entire party dead. The giants were thorough in their work. Judging by their tracks, it would seem they tried to rush a horde of the creatures. Can't say for sure what drove an experienced crew like theirs to throw caution to the wind, but I do have my suspicions. We are all our own worst critics, and our desire to better past achievements can rob us of good sense. Thus do we become more given to recklessness. While it is important to have goals, one must not fixate upon them to the exclusion of all else. Do so, and one will surely pay the price, as Dolores Bear and his comrades did this day. Well, that explains why I don't remember them anywhere else. I have been an adventurer for long years and bore witness to many a pivotal moment in history. Though the times may have changed, the essence of our trade has not. Adventuring has ever been a quest for self-betterment through our challenges freely faced, and ever shall it remain so. As an adventurer becomes more experienced, he will naturally acquire a love of justice and an understanding of the spirit of self-sacrifice. Such experience cannot be measured in any tangible way, yet it most absurdly shapes who we are, grounded as it is in the decision we have made on our journey, and their consequences, good or ill. I sense a light within you, young one, and it tells me that you are destined for greatness. Well, fuck. They got themselves killed. There's been an incident inside copper mines. We're here to ensure that its effects are contained, but for your own safety, I suggest you stay well away from here. What? You're the adventurer who's volunteered to quell them? I didn't think that Papa Shan would be able to find someone so quickly, if at all. The giants are content to wreak havoc inside the mines for now. It's only a matter of time before they think to come outside. The sooner you see to them, the better. Make ready as best you can and enter at will. Get through the Copperbell mine. Starting now at about 1:30. I'll probably take us about 2 hours in this video to complete this dungeon. Like I said, dungeons usually take about 30 minutes, 30-ish minutes. Especially if it's your first time in and you're trying to make sure you map it, and hell, even if you forget about the dungeon, because there's plenty of dungeons I don't remember how they play out. I was gonna say, where's my healer? I kinda got beat the fuck up there for a second. Any key. Oops, didn't mean to move. See ya, punks. Yeah, you don't want to do that with real players, but I knew the NPCs will just teleport down here. Also, give me a second. I have something in my eye. Besides my eyeball. Okay. I think I got it. Say think, because I don't feel it anymore. You don't want something getting into my eye mid-fight. This way, brigands. Oh, I forget, I have a third one. Am I high? Oh, I'm not high enough. This dungeon sinks me lower, so I can't try out my third combo, though. So anytime you get synced lower in a dungeon, your skills and stuff sync back to whatever it was when you did it. So in this case, level 20, so all my skills went down to level 20. Anything above 20 I can't use. After I'm done with this video, I think I'm gonna sleep a bit before I do more. We'll see. I'm gonna get tired now. There is a way, but you have to be by yourself or with people in a party that you've already like set up. But you can do dungeons with, you won't get like experience and stuff, but you still get like the items from the chest. You can do it where, like, let's say, like, for example, my level 80 character could do this dungeon at level 80. Everything would still be 17, so she would just be punching everything immediately and killing it. So that's how you can do like certain dungeons if you don't want to do them with, like if they don't have duty support and you still want to do them by yourself, you can wait until you're higher and then you can do them solo, but it's not easy to do. Especially if you're like a DPS at least, it's not easy to do because you take a lot of damage, so you kind of get screwed over pretty quickly, depending on what ones you do. Because everything after the first area, like this one, I mean, is level 50 to 60 minimum, because you will beat a Realm Reborn at like level 50. It'll be like a level 50-ish, and you won't really start leveling again until you get into Heaven's War, which is the first expansion. So level-wise, not necessarily quest-wise, but like level-wise, we're already like halfway through base game story, not counting post-game as well. Because post-game, well, level-wise, we're definitely not quest-wise. Because I think this quest is in like 17. So we got a ways to go yet for quest. But But yeah, you end the game at, or end the base game at like 50. Just put in perspective, my other character is 70, I think. That's the one that's in Stormblood, which is the second expansion, so third, like, story section. It takes her, I think, like 3 million experience to level once. It takes 48,000 to level at this level. Just to put it in perspective, the difference of experience. Quite a bit. Some fire sand there and there. Forget if we need all 12. We do. And 12 ounces there. Activate the blasting device. Kaboom! We in, motherfuckers. The Screaming Dart. Hey, leave them alone. I'm the one you want. This way, bud. That's this way, dumbass. I'm trying to hit them. Hit me. Suck. Give me that tiny key. Give me the chest. Apparently, I already have that, so. Wasted treasure chest. Going down, I think. See you on the flip side. See you guys. Nice knowing ya. The fuck, where did you guys come from? like we'll need more fire sand. No shit. Fire sand. Treasure chest over here. Good. Never mind. It's giving me the hat again. That treasure chest was useless. There are other fire sand. Hell yeah, hit all 30. I was like, I couldn't tell if that Aaron's soul or whatever was looking at me or not. But it definitely hit me, so. I almost thought it didn't aggro to me at first. You know the routine, people. And wapow! We get all the fire sand we need. Hello, buddy. Did I tell you to look anywhere else? And the poor physical DPS got stuck on the other side. Not bad. As the saying goes, sucks to suck. And boom. your gas to yourself, but... Hell no. Might be a treasure chest, so... Let me get that treasure chest. And there was nothing. Rude. Hello. I lost a lot of health. That was not a reassuring fight, just saying. God damn it. It's an item I have again. Now as I come up here, I should get mapping. Usually get the mapping like right at the beginning. Slaves no more! Free! Free! Never again! Never! Never mind. This way, buddy. Our mage boy almost didn't get in the circle. sir. How you doing? Chop, chop, chop. Get fucked. You did it. Alright, you have a gladiator under his arms crown. We go back to Doll. There's painted mesas and footstands. Oh, I remember. Yeah, we'll do this. We'll do this fight. And then we'll call it, most likely. The Conqueror of Copper Bell returns. Because we're not quite at 2 hours yet, so that's kind of perfect. We'll hit the 2-hour mark probably by the end of this. Thanks to you, our mining operations can resume. And Udal will have the materials she needs to rebuild. The entire nation's in your debt, friend. I'll share the good tidings with Papa Sean the next time I see him. As for you, you'll want to report to Momo. It'll do the woman well to see you alive and in one piece. No! Obnoxious merchant. Shut your mouth, you thieving little swine. You stole from me. Don't even think to deny it. But please, sir, I didn't steal nothing. I bought this. Paid for it with my own coin. What rot. You refugees are all the same. Couldn't afford maggoty mole meat, much less a choice cut of dodo. I'm going to say it one more time. Give back what you stole, or I'll make you wish you'd never set foot in this town. By rights, they should turn you over to the brash blades, you know. Help keep the streets safe for law-abiding citizens. But I'm a reasonable man. If you agree to serve me in whatever capacity I require, the authorities need to hear of your crime. But I ain't done nothing wrong. 12 as me witness. Please, adventurer, help me, I beg of you, or I beg of ye. I swear on my mother's grave. I didn't steal nothing. I bought this with the coin I saved. I only wanted to treat me children to a decent meal. And who the hells are you when you're at home? This dog's master? I've had enough of this murmurous farce. You lot, teach them a lesson. I'll take care of this, the rest of you can watch. Not bad for an adventure. Oh, we just stopped at the 7th ale. Stop bloody gawping at me and give me a hand, will you? This'll learn you. She also be doing like damage to me or something, you know? Damn, he's the only one that had health. You guys, you guys died in like 2 swings. Well, got knocked out. I didn't kill him, but I ain't getting paid enough for this. Hey, where the hells do you think you're going? Thank ye, kind adventurer. Thank ye thrice over. I'd swear there are more refugees than when I last looked. And you wouldn't be mistaken. And it's been 5 years since the calamity. Why are they only coming here now? Simple, really. While a number of hamlets survived the immediate aftermath of the calamity, many were no longer able to support their communities. The residents found their lands had either been rendered barren or cut off from trade routes, and problems like those aren't easily solved. Though they tried to make the best of it, it was only a matter of time before they were forced to abandon their homes and seek a new life in the city. I see. But the calamity affected the whole realm, didn't it? Is it the same thing happening in the other cities? If the talk is true, yes. Though perhaps our situation is more pronounced. Dahl has a reputation for being prosperous, so it's natural that the refugees would try their luck here first. My heart goes out to them, it truly does, but I would be lying if I said that I wasn't apprehensive. I hope their presence doesn't foment lawlessness in the city. Well, if things do take a turn for the worse, we always have the immortal flames. I dare say the brass blades will welcome their help. The heroes who fought the Garland Empire, patrolling the streets for riffraff? It may well come to that. Impoverished and desperate as they are, you may be sure that some of the refugees will turn to crime. You know what this place is like. If you've got no coin, you've no hope. What will become of our city? Not all refugees are bad, mind you. Some are able to find employment and lead honest lives. Dodo tenderloins. Get your dodo tenderloins. Guaranteed cheapest in Thanalan. Thank you for your custom, madam. Please come again. Looking around, you think that Odal was well on its way to recover. But peer through the veil of prosperity, and you'll see no end to the misery and suffering. Madam, are you alright? What now? You mean to threaten a defenseless citizen? She paid for that. Leave her the fuck alone. What? Saw her buy that meat, you say? That's absurd. Aye, as did I. Leave the poor woman alone, you damnable vulture. Who said that? I will overlook this, but just this once. God's bless ye, adventure. If ye hadn't come along when ye did, who knows what that monster might have done. It don't bear thinking about. Ever the selfless hero, I see. It has been a while, adventure. I've been watching you closely ever since you flew out of Limsa Lominsa. You discharged your duty as the Admiral's personal envoy with admirable humility, and you have displayed unfaltering courage in the face of danger ever since. Whensoever you came upon those in need, you gave them succor with no thought of personal gain. In summary, you have demonstrated all the qualities we seek in an adventurer. We seek in an adventurer. For reasons I cannot well explain, your every deed seems invariable to serve the general good. Whether you mean it or not, it is a happy knack, and one which speaks volumes for your character. Yet, for all your admirable qualities, it is your gift which intrigues me most. I speak of the visions you experience, visions like the one you had mere moments ago, if I am not mistaken. I can provide you with the means to understand them. An acquaintance of mine is blessed with the self-same talent, you see. If you so desire, I can introduce you to her. She and I fight for a common cause, a cause which would greatly benefit for your support. If you would agree to lend us your strength, we should be glad to do all within our power to aid you in your personal endeavors. Think on my offer a while. Should you decide to accept it, pray speak with Momo, the proprietress of the Quickstand. He is a close friend and ally of ours. Inform her that you have been chosen by the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and she will tell you where to find us. Yeah, so depending on who or what area you started in, whoever has been watching you is who will show up in that cutscene. Since ours were Stola, she showed up for us. Again, you do see the other ones, and once we see them and they introduce themselves, we'll tell you who. But let's turn this in, and then we will call it. Scenes like that are becoming even more common, I'm afraid. Don't worry though. If you work hard, you'll probably be alright. Saying that, if you ever find yourself in a spot of bother, come and see me. Just don't go pestering me every time you graze your knee, eh? Of course, I do enjoy hearing tell of gentlemen's woes with the women folk from time to time. Ah, Lily, sorry to keep you waiting. I was just providing guidance to a fresh off the carriage adventurer. But gods, it's good to see you safe and well. To look at you, no one would ever guess you. Been hard at it with the giants in the dark. You're every ilm the adventurer mother said you'd be, Lily. The station master will be overjoyed when he hears the news. Oh, before I forget, there's a lass here who wants a word with you. Didn't actually know your name, but hearing her description, I knew who she meant right away. Thank you for sparing the time. I realize you don't know me, but I've been longing to speak with you for a while now. My name is Ada. I'm an adventurer like you, though I'm not very good at being one. Truth be told, anyway, I was adventuring with my friends in Gridania I'm sorry, we were in Gridania when the leader of our party was killed. His name was Avery, and he and I were to be wed in the spring. You may not remember him, but to say that he remembered you would be an understatement. He would sing your praises from dawn to dusk. He saw you for what you are, you see, an adventurer's adventurer, and swore that he would be like you one day. I believe that he would have succeeded had a fiend not robbed him of the chance. Since that day I have thought long and hard about giving up adventuring. But when I think of the woman you are, of all that you've achieved, I find that I am inspired just as Avery once was. And so I've decided to start again as an adventurer. I will go back to the village of my birth and begin my training anew. But I wanted to meet you first, to ask you your name. Lily Lovecraft. Lily Lovecraft, I shan't forget. Thank you, Lily Lovecraft. I pray that we will meet again. Fare you well. Adventuring can be a cruel, bleeding business. Time was, I didn't know why anyone would bother. When they first asked me to take charge of the guild here, I didn't want aught to do with you lot. Thought it'd be a right pain in the ass looking after you all. But against my better judgment, I decided to accept the post, and I'm full glad I did. I feel privileged to be part of your lives. And that goes double for yours, Lily. Eh? What did you say? You want to know about the signs at the 7th dawn? They're beginning to move in earnest, then. Listen, Lily, the Scions ain't no ordinary folk, and the work they do ain't no ordinary work. I know full well how capable you are, but even you would think twice about attempting some of the stuff they do. Knowing that, if you're still certain you want to get involved, I'll tell you what I can. And on that note, we'll meet the Scions at the 7th dawn in the next part. But for now, I'll see you in the next video. So like, comment, and subscribe. See ya!